All right. Now, the key to memorizing your 12 seed words, all right? So, key to memorize 12 seed words is really simply is you want to tell a story, all right? And in addition to tell a story, you want to use your imagination. That's pretty much it. Now, I'm going to go through an example that kind of illustrates it. But a good place to start is if you're familiar with Mad Libs. It's a fun kid thing, and usually you go through a thing and it says a superhero, and you name a superhero, an adjective, a verb, a tool. And then you fill these all in, just being creative, and then it puts all the words together in a crazy way to make a hilarious story. If you're familiar with this, don't worry about it. If you've never done Mad Libs, I would just take a night, do it with the family, get familiar with it, because it's sort of going to help you with this exercise. Um, the next thing you need to do is look up all the seed words. So if you just look up BIP 39 seed words, the technical term for the seed words is BIP 39. Here we go, BIP 39 word list. They can be found here. There's 2,048 of them. All right, here they are in alphabetical order. So it starts at abandon and it ends all the way at zoo. All right. Now, everyone tells stories differently. So this is going to be totally dependent on your personality and your flow. For me, my go-to is like almost like a joke, Hey, did you ever hear the story about? All right, so that's what I'm going to open with. Maybe yours is Once Upon a Time, or maybe you're a more serious person. So the next thing you're going to do is go through the words fairly quickly. Just kind of scroll through, and then start to scroll through and pick out the first noun that really sticks out to you. All right, so I'm just going to clown. Oh my gosh, I hate clowns. All right, terrified of clowns. Not really, but let's go with clown. All right, so I'm going to copy that. Did you ever hear a story about? So now we're going to tell a story about a clown. All right. Now, what kind of clown? Now, I'm tempted to do evil, but you don't want to do stuff that's obvious. Is evil even a word? Oh, it is. So let's think. So let's go through. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's kind of where your brain will see a word, and you want to imagine what this clown is. So did you ever hear a story about the fire? No. We want something descriptive. Forests. Because in these BIP words, there's plenty of nouns, adjectives, words that stand out. Frozen. That's interesting. Okay, that's a potential. What's something that's really going to stand out with a clown, at least in my mind? And I'm doing this on the fly, so hopefully I'm not whore. Okay, that's really what I think about clowns. Did you ever hear about metal? There we go. There's something that really stands out to just me. So again, at this point, and the key is you want to be actively using your imagination and putting these together. Think about a clown, and my brain goes to, given my age, Terminator 2. I'm thinking about a metallic clown. Did you ever hear about the metal clown? Okay, who did what? Okay, so we're telling a story. What did the metal clown do? All right. The metal clown who, and remember, you don't want to pick words that are too close together. So sometimes you'll run into a section and you'll use a bunch of O words. Like, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure they're as random as possible, because we're already not choosing random words, which kind of hinders our security. But for the sake of memorization, we still want to make sure our words are spaced out. So did you ever hear about the metal clown who panic? Okay, I like panic. All right, let's go at the bottom. Who panic tomato. Panic tomato. Panic Tomato. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Metal clown, panic, tomato. Let's do another word before we even form our story. Let's go to the top of the words. All right. Ooh, alien. That's a cool word, at least in my brain. Okay, so now let's actually put this together. Did you ever hear the story about the metal clown who completely panicked when he ran? Oh, who completely panicked when an alien spaceship threw a tomato at him. Am I? Okay, now I'm going to go nuts if I don't know how to spell tomato. Let me go back to tomato. Tomato. Okay, there's no E. All right, don't judge me. I have a college degree. All right, who threw a tomato. So did you ever hear the story and all about the metal clown who completely panicked, right? When, I'm going to mark the words with hyphens, who completely panicked when an alien spaceship threw a tomato what? Tomato at his face? At his head? Who threw a tomato... through a tomato. Let's give a descriptive words, because again, this is why I said Mad Libs. Usually you want a descriptive word, like vicious, and maybe we can use vicious. All right, do we want to use vicious to describe the tomato? I have no idea. Maybe we'll use it to describe the alien, when a vicious alien. A vicious alien. Now remember, this is kind of over the top because a vicious alien you think would vaporize him, but instead he threw a tomato, And again, we got to go back to grade school, all right? We're thinking about a funny, imaginative story. So what is the tomato doing? I just thought of is laugh. Laugh is a word. Okay, we'll use laugh. Again, you literally have to imagine a tomato with a face on it laughing, through a laughing tomato. Okay, so we have a metal clown who completely freaks out. He panics when a vicious alien threw a laughing tomato. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 7 words in, all right? We have a metal clown, and let's see what the metal clown, what was the metal clown doing before he panicked, There's another descriptive word, because remember, we're forming a story, So maybe the metal clown was running, before he panicked. Let's get a descriptive word about the metal clown. So let's just go to random place. Let's go to G. Giggle. Okay, clowns giggle. That sort of makes sense. You ever hear a story about the giggling? Did you ever hear the story about the giggling metal clown who completely panicked when a vicious alien in what? Okay, alien in a spaceship? I thought spaceship, but maybe not. Again, this is where the Mad Libs come in handy. A vicious alien in a car, a vicious alien. Now, remember, the more outlandish and crazy it is, this is where the memorization technique kicks in, because this is how it allows you to really memorize it. So you want to create an outlandish, crazy story. So this vicious alien is not in a spaceship. What is he in? Is he in a sandwich? A pear? I don't know. It's a candidate. Ooh, plastic. There we go. He's in a plastic what? A plastic pony. Wait, where'd pony go? I saw pony. Plastic pony. Again, this is a ridiculous story. When a vicious alien in a giant plastic... I'll put that on. In a giant plastic pony Now, we said through a laughing tomato, but again, let's check our words. What other descriptive do they have? Throw? THR. Oh, they do have throw. But we're in this story, it's probably going to be more past tense, like through. THR. And remember, the first three letters are unique. So you have to make sure, if you change the tense of a word, add ing, not a big deal. You just need to make sure the first four letters of the word are absolutely unique. Oh, well, maybe we can use throw. Let's go with throw. Okay. Let's see. Throw. Did you ever hear the story about the giggling metal clown who completely panicked when a vicious alien and a giant plastic pony, maybe he tried to throw. Or maybe the alien just attempted to throw. Attempted to throw a laughing tomato. Now, how many words are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just need one more word. Now, notice I said we need 12 words, but you can only pick 11 words for your story, and I'll tell you why in a second. So we just need one more word. Did you ever hear the story about the giggling metal clown who completely panicked I don't even know if I'm spelling that right, when a vicious alien and a giant plastic pony attempted to throw a laughing, oh, whoops, I should probably go to the next line. Attempted to throw a laughing tomato. All right. Now, something in me, a giant plastic pony, I need a color. To me, I want to say a giant pink plastic pony. Is pink a word? No, pink isn't a word. But you may have other colors. Red. I don't know. Do we have a color? Blue. No. What's something descriptive about a giant plastic pony? Let's go. Oh, blue. Yeah, why not? Let's go with blue. Again, the letter's not really... No, because that doesn't stick out in my head. Remember, it has to be something that just catches your brain, And a giant plastic pony. What's crazy about a giant plastic pony? Giant plastic pony. Diamond. Okay, there we go. A giant... When an alien and a giant diamond studded. There you go. Now again, this is big for me because I have a sister who puts diamonds on everything. She diamond studs everything. Everything. Every accessory that she ever carries, every purse is diamond studded. So this is something that's personal to me that definitely stands out in my story. So let's get rid of all these extra words. Vicious alien and a giant diamond plastic pony. Throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh shoot, now we got too many words. Shoot, I like diamond, so let's get rid of one. I don't really like throw. When a vicious alien and a giant diamond-studded plastic pony attempted to... Now, you don't want to keep a word that you're getting rid of in your story that's true. Like throw is a real word. I'm tempted just to keep it in and just in my brain I'll go from pony to laughing tomato. But that's a bad idea because later when you go back, knowing what words are actually in the data dictionary are really helpful, So a giant diamond-studded plastic pony fired. Fired a laughing tomato at the clown's something. All right? So let's go through this one more time. Giggling, metal, clown, panicked, vicious, alien, diamond, plastic, pony. We're not doing throw anymore. Laughing, tomato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There you go. Now, this stupid thing's not letting me do bold. Let's just open Word. So again, when you first write these down, it's best to, just kind of bold the main words, because you're not even familiar with what's what. Giggling, metal, clown. Now, remember, it doesn't matter that you change the ending. Like, the actual word in the dictionary, once again, was panic, not panicked. But that's fine, all right? And I'll tell you why it's fine, and I'll show you in a second. Panicked when a vicious alien with giants, not in there, diamond studded, that's my word, diamond studded, plastic pony fired a laughing tomato. Now clown is still in there, but we're just referencing the clown. So now we got all 11 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, first of all, why can't you choose the 12th word? Because the 12th word, remember, these words just convert into numbers. All right? See this? Panic converts to the number 1,278. Zoo converts to 2,048. All these just convert to numbers. And those numbers then get converted to binary, and then all those binary digits get added, get put together, and that's what forms your seed phrase, which is really a number. Okay? So suffice to say is that you have something, I hate to get into technical detail, but basically the 12th word has the checksum. 12th word has the checksum, which is data that allows the computer to make sure the rest of the data is correct. That's pretty much what it is. Because if you think about it, look, you got a whole bunch of ones and zeros you're transmitting. All right? What if one of these gets flipped? How would the computer know that the data is even good? It would be corrupt. So they have something that's common called, error detection. All right? Now, how do you detect an error? Well, you detect an error because the computer takes all this, right, and it hashes it, all right? So it comes up with another unique set of ones and zeros, and it puts it at the end. So the first thing the computer does when it receives information is it makes sure that it can take this information, hash it, and get this. That's how it knows that it's correct, all right? Now, that error detection is in the 12th word, So I came up with an easy method to come up with a 12th word, which I can obviously share. I just put it in an Excel file, So the first thing we need to do is get all the words in order. Once you take these words, I'll make this available. You just put the words in here, all right? And then it says insert a number between 0 and 127. We'll just stick with 1. All right, then copy and paste the website into a browser. All right, I'm going to copy it, paste it into the browser. All right, and then again, if you just follow the instructions, as soon as the page loads, scroll down under results and type in the first letter number you see for SHA-256. Hopefully you guys can't hear my teenager screaming. All right, SHA-256, the first letter or number is A. So we're going to go ahead and put in A. And then you see that's the word it created. So the cool thing about this is you have 127 different variations you can do just by changing this number. So if we look at addict, if I copy that, and go to our thing, can we make that work? Laughing tomato at the clown's addict, like he's addicted to something, like that's not really going to work for us, So in that case, not a problem. Let's try number 0. As soon as I hit 0, this website changed. All right, hit paste, go down here, and I got an 8. All right, let's try an 8. Absurd. That may work because we clowns are pretty absurd. What am I going to? Absurd. The plastic pony fired a laughing tomato at the clown's absurdly large red nose. How's that? Absurdly large red nose. All right, so now we got absurd as our last word. Let me go back over here. Absurd. All right, and let's go back to Word. Let's make this up smaller. So now you have a story. And with this story, you're going to very actively create an imaginative story with it. So you don't just want to read it. You just need to see it. You need to visualize the clown. Imagine it's like Terminator 2. It's metallic, a metal clown. And imagine it's just giggling. You see this giggling metal clown, and then imagine him panicking, all right, when a vicious alien, in a giant diamond-studded plastic pony, Now remember, I picked these words, so they stick out in my brain. You may have trouble doing this because you didn't pick your own words, But either way, you want something that's over the top, it's absurd, and it's something that you can visualize. Even though you didn't pick these words, many of you can visualize whatever you think a vicious alien is, an alien with giant tentacles and 8 heads, and then imagine it in a giant diamond-studded plastic pony, which is pretty ridiculous, and then it firing a laughing tomato, If you lack imagination, Google laughing tomato. Find a picture that kind of sticks out in your head. And it fired it at the clown's absurdly large. Now, I wrote absurdly large, but you need to imagine the metal clown having a red nose that's like bigger than his whole body, Now, just from doing this, you can quickly memorize the words. Because part of you may be saying, well, how do I know what the word is? Like, I'm telling a story, but how do I know a word isn't about and it's not story, The key is as you go over this for usually like a day or two, you put emphasis in your brain on these words, which is why I bolded them. Normally I'd print them out or write them out on a piece of paper and make sure I underline them and, put focus on these words. Hey, did you ever hear the story about the giant metal clown who completely panicked when a vicious alien and a giant studded plastic pony? And you just keep saying it over and over. And I'm betting some of you, even with this story, it's going to remain in your brain. This isn't a serial code. This isn't anything crazy. And then what happens is if you decide to actually put it in a wallet, I'm going to create a new wallet here. Let's do new wallet, and it's on my other screen here, test. All right. So if you can imagine like those people in Ukraine who have to cross borders and, you may think, oh, it's great. I have my words on a metal plate. But what happens if you're trying to cross into another country and some foreign government searches you and they take away your words? They took away all your power, Or what happens if you're in a place where you just don't have access to those words? Well, now you can say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to do a new or imported. I'm going to do mnemonic words, 12 words. And now watch as every program will automatically fill in the words for you. Now, I'm literally doing this by memory. This is all live. Okay, do you ever hear the story about I'm already forgetting it now, too much pressure. Okay, we'll go back. The giggling. I couldn't think of, I thought of metal clown, but I couldn't think of the giggling, So giggle, G-I-G-G, there it is. I just hit enter. The giggling metal clown. I'm just going to cheat for now because I haven't taken the time to really memorize it. But the giggling metal clown who completely panicked, see, it knows panicked, who completely panicked when he saw a vicious alien in a giant. Uh, oh shoot, that's not good. We don't want to have a word in our story that's a real word. So we. I think originally we chose giant because it was a word. So we got too many words. Dang it. All right. Well, we're gonna leave that out for now. We're gonna take that out of our story. A vicious alien in a diamond studded plastic pony, and he fired what? A laughing tomato at his absurdly large nose. And there you go. That is how you memorize 12 seed words. Is really all you're doing is taking the time to visualize a over the top silly story that you created in your brain. That is how you memorize it. I did this over a period of like a week, and it's still there in my brain. It's been about 8 months. I put a reminder in my phone on like every Monday at 8 a.m. and the reminder just says, "Remember the words." So every time I see the reminder, it's usually when I'm already working. I just pause, close my eyes, I tell my story in my head, and boom, it's there. Now I still have a way of accessing it on my cold card, which is extremely secure, backed up. But the point is that I can literally just be all by myself, and all I need is access to the right technology, and I can reconstitute my entire wealth, my entire Bitcoin, all my whatever, Cardano, Doge, whatever coins you have that are all tied to that word. Now, in addition, you need to cover the passphrase, but I'll cover that in a separate slide because you want a very robust passphrase for this. And there's ways to do it where you don't have to memorize it. It's not super hard. Now, the last thing I have to note is that the most secure is random words for seed phrase. Okay, so just by the act of doing this, this is called something usually it's referred to as a brain wallet. You're compromising some security. Now, I would maintain that given you can see yourself in situations or you want the freedom to do something like this is worth it if you do it correctly. But I always just want to note that completely random words. Now, don't get me wrong. It is completely possible where if you go to a site like, there's a million sites. You go to Ian Coleman and go to site and you go to 12 words. You can click generate all day. And once you get good at this, you can just get a group of random words and see if you can create your own story. Answer, derive, stay, maybe not. Let's generate a new one. Calm, dwarf. Oh, did you ever hear a story about the really calm dwarf who had the power to resist people who want to aim at their head and eat a bowl of cereal? I mean, I'm just coming up with stuff. But I just want to be fully transparent that going through stuff like this, picking random sets of words and seeing if you could find a good, truly random set of words that you can create a story to, that's your number one. All right? But this by far is your number two. But again, I want to preface is that you need to be very careful when you do this because there's deep psychology that can go on here where you think you're choosing a word randomly. Like for example, like I said, if you're a detective, before you know it, you're choosing suspect. Let's see, is witness a word? Witness. Now why is that a big deal? Is because if there's a hacker and he has information about you, they're going to feed all these into algorithms, your job, what you do for a living, and come up with all these things, like maybe you're a makeup artist, and then they'll narrow down words that have to do with makeup, maybe lipstick. Is lip in here? I have no idea. No. Makeup? Just make. But my point being is that if you stick to the principles that I laid out and you really just get random with it, then that is much better. But obviously the truest sense is to just fully generate random words. That's like the surest way. Now the other thing is some people may be like, well, 12 words just won't even work with my wallet. I need a 24 word. First of all, there's no difference between 12 and 24 words. The BIP39 spec only gives you 128 bits of entropy. So 24 words is no more secure than 12. But the thing is remember you have BIP85. So BIP85 will allow you to generate as many words as you want. So you can go on forever and ever. Index 0, you have this set of words. Index 1, you have this set of words. So you can have a set of words for everything, which I even have here inside. Hey, where did my wallet go? Oh, I must have closed it. Inside my Sparrow wallet, I'm doing a Whirlpool right now. So Whirlpool is like when you mix your coins. Oh, I probably won't show that. So again, just how a set of seed words, your set of seed words can create literally billions of addresses using BIP39. Your seed words can create literally infinite sets of additional seed words. So it's important to know that because you basically memorize your 12 words, right? And then you could derive new sets of words. And it's all based off of an index. So like index 0. Index 0 will be my main word set in my ledger / Trezor. Index 1 will be my word set for hot wallet on computer. Maybe there's times where you need to have a hot wallet. You shouldn't do it. You should be using always hardware wallets, but you have an option. Index 2, I like to mix coins, so I use a Whirlpool, and that's basically a hot wallet to mix coins. That needs a separate seed phrase. So I don't have to, even though these 12 words I memorize, I basically have memorized all of these words because they're all linked to it. So as you derive more words, you don't have to keep storing more words and storing more metal plates. You only have to memorize one set of words, and from there, you can get to all these other words. And you can see more about that in my security video where I go into detail about that. I just wanted to throw out at the last minute the truth about the truest way is to have completely random words. If you pick them, really be random about it. I'm a software developer. There's nothing about me that's related to my job. Okay, maybe someone knows I don't like clowns. I have no idea. But for the most part, this is pretty dang random. So that's all I want to say about that.